Just because you think something is dumb does not make it dumb. Does not mean that there's no layer of truth behind it. Do you understand? So, the word culture, the world of culture. You know, when they were putting together these words in history and whatnot, they use specific things to describe specific things. Because that's how biological beings communicate with each other. Duh. Language, my guy, it didn't just happen by chance. Like, we really put a lot of effort into it. So culture, it's a cult, for the most part. I mean, you can, the culture of your small town, for instance. The culture of a society. The culture of a fandom, you know, cult followings and whatnot. You know, a lot of times, and I think what you're doing, and it's understandable, is that you're connecting the word cult to something bad. But just because you often hear it referred to as something bad does not make it a bad thing. It's just a word, my guy. And I think your previous connections with that particular word being used in a negative case is, or a negative connotation, is basically limiting your perspective. You know, generally a limiting of perspective is never a good thing. Sometimes it can be, because things are never finite. But generally it's not. As my dogs argue, they're adding some spice to it. But examples: the cult of the Republican Party, the cult of the Democratic Party, and the cult of the Libertarian Party. Like, if you start sitting down and paying attention, watching from the outside, these people act extremely cultic. And sometimes, like, maybe they do some good things, but for the most part, these are thought forms, okay? These are thought forms that people follow, and they want other people to follow. It's cults. Duh. You can even expand that out further. Let's take a look at atheistic views. Very cultic. When you look online, how people treat other people, it's extremely cultic, which is extremely ironic. How religious people treat atheists, extremely cultic. How atheists treat religious people, extremely cultic. These are all thought forms, guys. These are thought forms. You are an individual. And these thought forms are extremely limiting and usually detrimental to the mental health of the individual, which is you, which is me. I mean, you got to take a step back. It's a tale as old as time. Opposing groups. One culture going to war with another culture. The in group versus the out group. My group does nothing wrong, but this group that's pretty much doing all the same things as us, yeah, they're evil. Cultures, cults, reality, society. It's all simply a battle of ideas, my friend. All racing to be the dominant one at the top. It's basically mental evolution, and that's how society changes over a course of time. But then again, you probably shouldn't listen to me, because after all, I'm just a dumbass.